Chaos erupts at Vogue Japan. Jimin and Jungkook's bag content send fans spiraling. Minimalist mystery versus real-life DORAEMON. What are they really hiding? Tokyo is still buzzing, ARMY is still yelling. And the internet has not slept since the moment Vogue Japan dropped the now infamous "In the Bag" video featuring Jimin and Jungkook. But beneath the laughter, the teasing, and the seemingly harmless "what's in my bag" format, one question keeps echoing louder than ever. What exactly did they reveal? And what did they carefully avoid showing? Why did a simple video unravel into one of the loudest fan debates of the year? And more importantly, did Jimin and Jungkook unintentionally drop major comeback clues without even realizing it? From the moment the video begins, the atmosphere feels too perfect. The subtle lighting, the clean minimalist set, and the casual cool outfits. Jungkook in oversized black comfort, Jimin in sharp military-inspired neatness, create a sense that something bigger is being staged. Something intentional. Something strategic. Something far beyond the frame of two megastars casually chatting about their daily essentials. Within minutes, fans were already dissecting micro-expressions, tone shifts, awkward pauses, and unexpected items that seemed to shout, "This is not just a bag video. This is a message." But the chaos truly begins when Jimin opens his deceptively tiny bag, the man who swears by minimalism, who arrived with the smallest bag in the room, who confidently claimed he brings only what's necessary, ends up revealing items that feel anything but minimal. Was it a coincidence? A joke? A slip? Or a carefully curated list with meaning hidden between the seams? When Jimin pulls out his perfume, an unmistakably mature, luxurious, masculine scent, social media immediately combusts. ARMY's reaction is instant. Why that fragrance? Why now? Who is he meeting? Why did he choose a scent like this when he knows this video will go viral globally? Theories multiply. Some playful, some shockingly detailed, some borderline detective level. A perfume choice becomes a breadcrumb, a clue, a spark. Then comes the breath care kit. And not just a simple spray, not just mints, but a full arsenal: floss, gum gummies, mouth spray, and a sleek travel toothbrush set. The internet erupts into a hurricane of theories that range from comedic to conspiratorial. I.S. Jimin preparing for a high-profile meeting, a secret filming schedule, a vocal recording session that can't be disclosed yet, a dinner date, a major brand endorsement shoot, or something far more personal, some ARMY joke that Jimin's bag is less of a bag and more of an international anti-breath disaster prevention center, while others note that the completeness of his breath care essentials seems suspiciously strategic, almost as if he expected close-up interactions, almost as if he anticipated someone nearby, someone familiar, someone like, yes, Jungkook. Suddenly the minimalism seems like a smokescreen, a disguise. As if Jimin tried to hide depth beneath simplicity. The perfume, the breath care items, the pristine organization inside a tiny bag, it all feels too symbolic, too perfectly curated, too filled with hints. And the more he explains, the more the fans ask, is Jimin's minimalism actually a mask for something deeply deliberate and deeply personal? But as the internet spirals down Jimin's mystery, Jungkook enters the ring with the exact opposite energy, and the chaos doubles in intensity. Where Jimin's bag is tiny, Jungkook's is huge, tactical, structured, prepare to go camping, filming, traveling, and maybe even saving the world. It's the kind of bag that looks like there should be background music when it opens. Fans quickly joke that he's not carrying a bag, he's carrying an entire universe. He begins removing items one by one, then in twos, then in threes, then in what feels like an endless loop. Small wallet, big wallet,
car keys,
motorcycle keys,
perfume,
camera items, chargers for everything from earbuds to equipment, sunglasses, more chargers, extra compartments. And then the moment that changes everything, a cut, a suspicious cut. A moment edited so abruptly that fans freeze the frame and instantly begin analyzing it like forensic experts. What was removed? What was edited out? What did the staff see that we didn't? Fans on TikTok slow the footage down to 0.25x and argue that Jungkook reached for something blurred, something intentionally withheld, before Vogue cut the scene. Some swear it looked like a private item. Others believe it was an unreleased device connected to future projects. Some joke it was the secret to life. Others insist it was a diary, a script, or something far more classified within HYB's vault of forbidden spoilers. And just when the video threatens to turn into a 2025 version of a spy drama, Jimin drops the line heard around the internet. Jungkook's bag is so full he could be a walking power bank. Fans scream, laugh, analyze, rewind. The chemistry between them feels not just friendly but intimate, familiar, filled with history. Jungkook fires back effortlessly, minimalist, but always with a full breath care arsenal. That's not minimalism, that's strategy. Was it teasing? Was it flirting? Was it inside joking? Or was it another breadcrumb meant to lead fans toward the unspoken truth behind the video? As expected, Japanese and Korean media catch on quickly. Headlines explode. Editorials speculate. Social platforms turn into battlegrounds of interpretation. TikTok fills with 2-minute-long conspiracy videos, while X, formerly Twitter, becomes the home of rapid-fire decoding threads. Because here is the real twist, one that no one expected. Are you sure? Season 2 is launching next week, and this video, released at the perfect timing, just happens to showcase the exact dynamic that made Season 1 so beloved. Coincidence? Not likely. Not with Vogue. Not with Disney+. Not with BTS. This video isn't just entertainment. It's promotion, a teaser, a soft launch, a countdown disguised as casual content, a glimpse into the intimacy that fans will soon see again on screen. But the deeper question lingers in the air like a shadow. Did Jimin and Jungkook unintentionally reveal clues about the future of BTS? Fans think they did. Fans think the bags were metaphors. Fans think the items were coded messages. Fans think the chemistry was deliberate, unhidden, unfiltered. Fans think this video is the first domino in a long line of upcoming revelations. Jimin's mature perfume, Jungkook's endless equipment, the suspicious edits, the breath care kit, the teasing back and forth, the timing before Disney+, the unexpected emotional undertone, the way they look at each other when the other speaks. Did I S it all? Coincidence? Or is Vogue Japan showing us the first spark of an era that is about to explode? In the end, the viral meltdown leads us back to the most important question of them all. What were they really hiding? Were these items simply their authentic daily essentials? Were they hints about new music? Were they teasing something deeper between them? Or were they simply two global superstars having fun, unaware that the world was watching them with magnifying glasses and detective hats? Until the next episode of Are You Sure? Season 2 drops, until Disney Plus begins their aggressive rollout, until BTS releases their long-awaited comeback, until Vogue Japan reveals behind-the-scenes footage, we are left with questions, we are left with clues, we are left with chaos. And Army is eating every second of it like a cinematic feast. The world may never know the truth behind Jimin's mysterious minimalism or Jungkook's DORAEMON-level maximalism, but one thing is certain, this is only the beginning. But if the world thought the chaos would end after the first round of fan debates, they were wrong. Because hours after the Vogue Japan video dropped, something far stranger began happening across social media platforms. Fans noticed that several major Japanese entertainment outlets reposted the video with subtle translation differences, as if certain sentences carried double meanings in different languages. Suddenly, what seemed like harmless banter between Jimin and Jungkook evolved into a multi-layered puzzle that Army felt compelled to decode. Clips began circulating with captions highlighting how Jimin hesitated for a split second before taking out his perfume, almost as if he were debating whether it should be shown at all. Fans slowed the footage down, zoomed in, and analyzed his micro-expression. His eyes flickered downward for half a second. His lips pressed together with a faint smile. A breath hitched. And then, finally, he lifted the perfume bottle. Many fans argued that perfume is one of the most intimate items someone can reveal. In a world where idols curate their public image with precision, fragrance becomes a quiet confession, something deeply personal, something that lingers long after someone leaves a room. So when Jimin showed a scent described as mature, masculine, and luxurious, Fans couldn't shake the feeling that the choice was intentional. Not random, not casual, not merely an accessory. Some ARMY pointed out that during past interviews, Jimin mentioned that he's incredibly sensitive to scent. Others recalled moments when Jungkook jokingly said he could recognize Jimin by smell alone. Suddenly, the perfume wasn't just a perfume, it was history, memory, connection. What if Jimin chose that specific bottle because it had meaning? What if the scent wasn't chosen for the audience, but for someone sitting right next to him? The comments exploded with theories. He chose that scent because of Jungkook. He brought breath care because he knew he'd be close to Jungkook during filming. This video is too intimate. It feels like we're intruding. Why did Vogue let them film together? They know the chaos this causes. Is this a coded message before Are You Sure? Season 2. The more fans speculated, the more the mystery deepened. Because right when the internet was reaching peak meltdown over Jimin's minimalism that isn't so minimal, Jungkook introduced the next layer of confusion, an unexpected seriousness behind his chaotic, DORAEMON-like BAG. AT first, the items he removed drew laughter. A big wallet, a small wallet, multiple keys, a portable universe worth of chargers. Everything about Jungkook's display screamed practicality layered with mild chaos. But then he pulled out a particular camera accessory, and the tone in the room shifted. Jimin leaned slightly forward. Jungkook hesitated in explaining the item. The staff behind the cameras murmured something. And then another cut. Fans noticed the cut instantly. It was too sharp, too precise, too out of sync with the natural flow of the rest of the video. Vogue Japan is known for high production quality, but this edit felt like a cover-up, a concealment, a vanished moment. What did Jungkook show that couldn't make it into the final cut? Some fans guessed it was an unreleased Disney Plus device used for filming Are You Sure? Others believed it was a memory card containing confidential footage. A few speculated it was a personal item, something too private to display. But a surprising portion of ARMY had a more emotional theory. They believed the item had sentimental value, something connected to his travels with Jimin, something that would only evoke more speculation if it were shown. Something the world wasn't meant to see. As these theories spread, professional media outlets in Korea began picking up the story, framing it not as scandal but as cultural fascination. Several journalists wrote that the dynamic between Jimin and Jungkook in the Vogue video represented a rare moment of unfiltered authenticity. Two artists who grew up together, revealing small pieces of their lives in quiet, ordinary ways. But in the middle of these interpretations, Disney Plus unintentionally added fuel to the fire. At midnight, the platform released a new 13-second teaser for Are You Sure? Season 2, just a brief montage of scenic landscapes, laughter, and the duo walking side by side in warm sunlight. But in the final second of the teaser, Jungkook says, "We packed differently this time," and Jimin laughs, "IT was enough." The internet exploded again. Were they referencing the Vogue Japan video? Was this all part of a coordinated marketing plan? Did Disney Plus instruct Vogue to amplify the bag theme on purpose? Or, more intriguingly, were Jimin and Jungkook simply being themselves, unintentionally creating viral waves? Every hour that passed brought new angles. TikTok creators filmed reaction videos analyzing Jungkook's fond smile when Jimin struggled to explain his breath care items. Others pointed out that Jungkook seemed unusually attentive when Jimin demonstrated his travel toothbrush kit. Some noted the frequency with which their shoulders brushed. And then dozens of reaction videos asked the same dramatic question: are they teasing something we're not ready for? Even mainstream news outlets in the West picked up the story, framing it as an example of parasocial detective culture, where fans dissect every detail of idol lives. But those articles only intensified the debates. Because to many fans, what happened in the Vogue video didn't feel parasocial. It felt genuine, visible, tangible. A glimpse behind carefully closed curtains. What made the situation more complicated was the timing. BTS members have always been cautious with interactions during sensitive promotional windows. But with the group's upcoming collective comeback looming in the next year, every small interaction became magnified. Every joke suddenly seemed meaningful. Every item in their bags felt like a breadcrumb leading to a treasure chest of hidden truths, But the real emotional twist arrived not from platforms, not from media outlets, not from the Vogue video itself, but from the fans. Specifically, a long message posted by a Japanese army on X that went viral overnight. The message read, "When I watched Jimin and Jungkook open their bags, I didn't see chaos. I saw comfort. I saw years of friendship. I saw habits formed by caring for each other." Jimin carries breath care because he's always thinking of the people around him. Jungkook carries too much because he's always preparing for everyone. It's not about bags. It's about who they are. This message hit millions.